So let's two more people joining. Okay. Okay. So what we were discussing, types of budget. Okay. So types of budget, there are bottom up. Everybody are joined now. Write in the group I am in. Everybody is joining. Okay. Quickly. Okay. Those write in the group I am in. Types of budget. Okay. What are the types of budget? There is type of budget. There is a top, top down and bottom up. Let's first see this. What is top down and what is bottom up? What is top down? What is bottom up? Anybody? What's top down? Top down.
Top down is like the CFO sets the target. CFO sets the target like this one we wants to achieve, and anyhow without taking input from the department, like CFA based on his understanding, his or her understanding sets the budget, and the FP&A department has to implement it. And like bottom up, there is a reverse, like we take input from departments and like what are we expecting, like whatever sales we are expecting next month, and then we give the input to CFO, and based on the discussion, overall discussion, we set the budget. Like this is
Yeah,
the
right
difference
in the
between-
group. Right in the group. Very good. Very good. Okay. The top down and bottom up, right in the group. Okay. The top down and bottom up, how it is. Okay. The top down is basically it's coming from the top management to implement something. Right. And bottom up is coming from the bottom. Bottom. It's coming from the bottom. It's formulated by the top management, implemented by the lower management. Okay, it's implemented by the bottom up is reversed of above. Right in the group, Tanuj. Okay, top down and
Yes, sir.
bottom up. Top down and bottom up. What is top down? What is top down budgeting, or what is bottom up budgeting? The top down is top management is taking the decision making. Okay. For example, there is something called hotel. Hotel is there. Okay. Hotel. So how will you budget for the hotel? Hotel means there will be rooms will be there, occupancy will be there. Uh, See, how will you estimate a revenue of a hotel business? Okay. So hotel business is there. Okay. Maybe there's a hotel in your state. Okay. A good hotel might be there in a state. Okay. Maybe Sagar Hotel might be there. So how will you budget the revenue? Now for budgeting a revenue or hotel lodging. So in the top down, you will see the every hotel there, every type of hotel. How many hotels are there? Okay. Total number of hotel and what percentage of the market share this hotel has. What percentage of market share this hotel has. Accordingly, you will do multiplication to find out the top down approach. In the bottom up, you will calculate how many people joined the hotel, okay, stayed there, and what is the price they were paying. It is more of a variable type. It is like that. Got my point now? Once write in the group, na Tanuj. Okay.
Yep, sir.
Top down and formulated. Top down is prepared by the top level management, followed by the lower level management. Bottom up is given by the lower level management. Same will be considered by the CEO, CFO, and based on which this is prepared. Okay. Next, okay. Next is your incremental budgeting. Incremental budgeting. Got the point now? Incremental budgeting. See, top down is like, okay, for example, a senior manager has told, okay, this is the way the things will be done. That's top down budgeting. Got my point? Bottom up, starting from you're asking everybody. You're asking everybody the input and then the budgeting is done from bottom up. Okay. What is incremental budgeting and what is zero-based budgeting? There is zero-based budgeting also.
So zero-based budgeting, like we ignore whatever has happened in past. Like we try to set the budget on scratch, like whatever expense should happen or whatever revenue should come. So we do not take into consideration whatever has happened in past. Like we try to build it from zero. That's why it is called as zero-based budgeting.
Use chat GPT once to find out the answer of everything. Okay. One is top down, one is this incremental, one is this, and one all these answers. Okay. I want everybody to work hard. Okay. Once find out each answer. Okay. Incremental budgeting and zero-based budgeting. Okay. Now, quickly you will find out, then I will explain this, okay? Zero-based and incremental. Quickly, these 4 items I need it from everybody, okay? Use quickly so that you also get time to understand whatever is there in the and learn ChatGPT. Very important, okay? In interview, now what happens now? They'll ask your term, okay? And if you don't know the answer, they will say you, okay, do Google. I'm giving you 30 seconds. Okay, so it can happen. So your Google skill and ChatGPT skills should be very high class. Okay, so they will ask you, okay, no problem. You do Google and you tell me. For example, they will say, okay, do you know about the Enron fraud which has happened? So I'm not aware of it. I know, but I'm not aware of it. Okay, I'm giving you 40 seconds. Please be aware of it. Okay, so open book exam. Got my point, na? So they check this also. So make sure that you are very good in Google. Okay, so they can check this. Okay, to make sure their Google skills are very strong. They'll give you 2 minutes to understand what you have to do. Clear, no? Monica Conan. Okay. Just a second. Quickly write in the group, okay? Zero based, this and this and this, okay? Incremental, this. And I will be taking some leave in between so that you get time to revise. Many students have asked me, okay, that they need some revision time also. Because we are running at a very Shatabdi Express. That so we will give you time, okay? Within 2 weeks, within 7 days, we will take 2 days of leave so that every student gets time to revise also. So we'll be understanding that so that you need time to revise as well. Okay. The 2 days, it can be any between the days. We will give you, it gives us also time to learn new things and help you out. You need time to revise as well, right? Revision is very important. One time what happened now, I used to take the tuitions of SFM. So I did classes very quickly. I did all the classes. After class was over, I again went to Forex chapter. I was not able to remember anything. Then I again have to take the classes. So double class I have to took. Similarly, it happened with audit also. So revision is very important. Got my point, na? Otherwise, in the class, you'll understand everything. And revision time, you'll forget everything. So it's not happened that. Okay. So revision is very important. Okay. We'll give 2 and 3 days revision time only. And I can ask you also questions. See, that day, Dona, you were there now. I asked you this. Do you remember? Like this, I'll do. Okay. Just a second. Everybody has written the answer. What is this? What called? Incremental budgeting, zero-based budgeting. Okay. Okay. What is top-down budgeting, Aksita? Aksita. Top-down budgeting. Tell me.
Shall I speak or can I write in group?
No, speak when I'm asking you. Huh? Top-down.
So top-down budgeting means budget is prepared by CEO or CFO or the top level management, whoever, and the same is followed by the low level managers or employees.
And what is this bottom up?
Bottom up is taking some suggestions or advices from the coordinates or employees, and based on the same, budgets are prepared by the top management, like CEO, CFO,
Very
chief
good.
advisors.
Very good. Okay. What is the difference between budget and forecast? Aksita?
Budget is basically prepared depending upon the historical data for the current period, and the forecast is based on the present data and current market scenarios preparing for the future years.
How do you remember this line
So
so
budget
nicely?
is basically actual data.
Because I was emphasizing so many times on the one line, na? Understood? How you understood this line, na? Because I was saying
Yes.
3-4 times same line. It gets irritated. Many people get irritated. but that one
Yeah.
line na people able to remember. It's my habit. That's why I remember things very nicely. When I study myself na, I say one line na 8 times. Then I don't forget that. 8 to 9 times people one time, 2 times, then they revise 16 times. And then they forget. If I study something, na, I will tell that answer 8 to 10 times. So that I don't have to, even after 6 months, I see that answer, I will be able to remember something. So this is the way I remember things. So that's why I tell to everybody, the best way to remember things is to repeat the things. Keep on repeating the things. 8 to 10 times, keep on repeating. It gets into your head. Got my point, na? Okay. Now, what is zero-based budgeting and what is incremental budgeting? Okay. Incremental budgeting is, for example, keep your video on. Okay. Nikhil, Jyoti, I'm not seeing audio remover is on. You will be removed from the group. I would not be able to help you out. Everybody, please, auto remover is on. Kindly keep the video on. Okay. Then don't blame me later. I'm telling you this. Nikhil, Jyoti, okay, got it the point clear. Okay. Now, keep the video on. Yeah. So I was saying that. Yes. Yes. I was saying that zero-based budgeting and incremental budgeting, right? Incremental budgeting will be used by, for example, a Reliance Industries. A Reliance Industries, they know that their sales are going to increase by this much percentage only every year. They have a very static business. Zero-based budgeting, Paytm, Zomato, they don't know whether they will even survive next day. Got my point, na? They don't know, na? What will happen? They're very volatile businesses there, right? Like there's a Hindustan Unilever. They know how much sale it will happen. It will not happen today 100 rupees sale, tomorrow there will be 1000 rupees sale. Maggie, it will not happen today 100 rupees sale, tomorrow 10,000 rupees sale. Maggie तो उतना ही खाएगा लोग. Market खराब हो अच्छा हो, it does not really matter. Maggie means Maggie. If you eat 3 days Maggie in a week, you will eat 3 days only. So this is very what? They will use incremental budgeting. You know the nature of business is such that the sales will be on the similar lines. There will not too much of things. Drama will not be there. Got my point? You know India will go to the semi-final and then they can get rejected. You know South Africa will go to the semi-final, then they will get rejected. You know Pakistan, anything can happen. Pakistan, anything can happen. With West Indies, anything can happen. Right? You know, with these people, with anything can happen. But you know, with India and this, they will go to the final. For example, you know Australia, they will go to the final. They will go to the final, they will win the World Cup only. You got so when there is a certainty is there on their business model, they know what revenue will be coming from them. Whether Hindustan Unilever, Reliance Industries, Tata Steel, you know, this is the revenue. They will use the incremental budgeting. Okay. What is this? The open? I don't know. प्रतीक्षा क्या open कर ली आप? हाँ, ठीक है. Zero based budgeting is when the business is such that it's a startup business. Please write. It's a startup business. It's a business where the earnings are very unstable. The business is quite unstable. The earnings are unstable. In this, they will use a zero-based budgeting. Zero-based budgeting means they are starting from the zero base. कोई base ही नहीं है. Budgeting has no base. That's zero-based budgeting. Got my point, now? You cannot take any base to decide for this line. Each and every line item, you have to be cautious. Okay? That is called zero-based budgeting. Incremental budgeting, you know the sales are increasing by 10% every year. So year and there only it will be growing. That is the incremental budgeting. Incremental budgeting is this. Clear about it, na? So what is the answer they have written? Let's see. What is the answer they have written? Is the way we start the budgeting from zero and all the expenses must be satisfied by the management. It's a process on scratch basis. Yes, in new year. Okay, yeah. Starting from zero. Zero-based budgeting, like it is happening. The group में now zero-based budgeting happens in the startup companies. It happens in the startup companies or the businesses where the earnings are not stable. The businesses where the earnings are not stable, it's quite a volatile business or a small cap business. And incremental budgeting is
like taking the last year data and making
sustainable
adjustments.
business where the business earnings are very sustainable. You know कि this much only earnings will be there, 15 का 20% हो जाएगा, but it cannot happen कि 15 का 50% हो जाए return. Therefore, sustainable returns they will be getting over the long term. Got my point, na? Okay, so it happens in a startup business, earnings are not stable. And write about the incremental budgeting. Incremental budgeting, write in the group. Write in the group incremental budgeting. There the earnings are stable, right? Incremental budgeting, increment. तो मैं एक और example देते हैं. I'll give you a nice example, okay? You work in a big four. So nowadays this example is also not very right, but still also. Okay, you work in a big four and you work in a startup, okay? In a startup, you never know what will happen to you. You don't know whether you will get return or not. Okay, you don't know what will be your increment per year as a salary, right? But in a big four industry, 10 to 20% increment will be there. Got my point? You know the standards are such that you will get. In a CA firm, you don't know this will happen to you or not. Means you know that this year earnings are not stable. Whether I'll survive the next 6 months, that also I don't know. It happens in that way where the earnings are not stable. Okay, so where the earnings are not stable, which budgeting is used, Hitesh?
Zero based budget.
वेरी गुड. जीरो बेस बजटिंग. बेस जीरो लेना पड़ेगा. सब कुछ ही वही है. लाइक सीए में जीरो बेस बजटिंग. सीए का कोई बोल नहीं सकते लाइक बनेगा नहीं बनेगा, कितना ही पढ़ लो, है ना? वेरी अनसस्टेनेबल ना. वेरी वी कैन नॉट प्रेडिक्ट एनीथिंग. व्हाट माय पॉइंट ना. नेक्स्ट बजटिंग अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस बीच बजटिंग इज देयर. इंक्रीमेंटल हो गया, टॉप डाउन आपका ये हो गया, जीरो बेस्ड हो गया, इंक्रीमेंटल बजटिंग. नेक्स्ट बजटिंग
Fixed budget.
next budgeting is your ट्रेडिशनल बजटिंग. ऐसा कुछ आता है, ठीक है? ट्रेडिशनल बजटिंग. one is also the rolling forecast. Rolling forecast. What is rolling forecast? Check GPT and find what is rolling forecast. Very much asked in interview. What is rolling forecast?
May I?
Yes.
May I, sir?
Yes. Yes.
Rolling forecast is like whenever the actual figure comes from the FS, so we replace the budget with the actual figure, and like it is for 1 month. So for example, for 1 month, so we replace the actual figure with the budgeted figure of 1 month, and for the 1 month which we replace, we predict the figures. So likewise, it gets rolling. Like if in the we have prepared the budget for the April to March year, and if the March April figure are actualized, so we'll replace the actual figure budgeted figure with the actual figure of April, and likewise we predict for another month which is April of next year. So likewise.
Very good. Write in the group this. Nice. Very nice. What is rolling forecast? Write in the group. Okay. Everybody write in the group what is rolling forecast. Okay. Good. A rolling forecast is a dynamic financial process that involves continuously updating the forecast for a set period into the future, usually on a monthly or quarterly basis. Unlike the traditional static budget, which are fixed for a fiscal year, rolling forecast allows organizations to adjust their plan based on the real-time data and evolving business conditions. Very good. This forecast method creates a new forecast at intervals on a rolling basis. For rolling forecast is rolling. Okay. This forecasting method creates the new forecast at intervals on a rolling basis. It is creating new forecast at intervals. Intervals means maybe 6 months. April, May, June, July, August. Like this. It is an add and drop approach in which new months are added automatically and previous months are dropped as they pass. This way, the business quickly adapts their financial plan to reflect the recent trends. For example, 10 minutes are more left, then ma'am will take, okay? For example, just for example, I have a new business. Okay? So next 6 months, I have made a budget. Next 6 months, I have made a budget. Please remember, next 6 months I have made a budget ki this will be my expenses. Okay. Now I'm starting on April. For the clarity, I'm starting on April. So I have made a budget from April to September. This is my budget will be. Now, maybe for getting a sale of 100 rupees, I have to invest in marketing 50 rupees. For getting 200 rupees sale, I have to invest in marketing 50 rupees per month. This was my budgeted. April, May, June, July, August, September ऐसे करके, ठीक है? Now what happened? In April actual में 50 rupees तो हुआ नहीं कि budget is budget. Actual में नहीं होगा. In actual it was 65 rupees. Now this data is actual now. Now May, June, July, August. Now one more month will be added. And this data will also be taken into consideration. Just a second. I don't know who is calling it. Okay, so what I was saying now, once this month is over now, just a second. Yes,
तो
after my
प्रिया जैन को
session,
ऐड कर
हाँ, yes,
प्रिया जैन लाइक उसका कनेक्शन ब्रेक हो गया तो मैसेज किए सर ऐड कर दो
मेरे को दिखाई नहीं दे रहा उनको वीडियो ऑन रखिए प्लीज रिएक्ट सी देयर इज अ ऑटो रिमूवर आई सेड यू बिफोर एंड ऑटो रिमूवर यू विल बी रिमूव्ड आई डोंट डू एनीथिंग आई एम वेरी इनोसेंट पर्सन व्हाट ठीक है इट्स ऑटोमेटिकली यू आर रिमूव्ड इफ यू कीप इट ऑन देन यू आर सेफ ठीक है ठीक है नेक्स्ट सेशन सी कैन ज्वाइन नाउ 11:30 okay now what I was saying तो once April my thought कि 50 rupees will be there but actually में क्या आता हुआ it was 65 rupees by marketing budget now you will be rolling forecast now your May June July August now you'll add one more month that is October okay now this data will be taken as an insight to prepare for this then next month April then May now May has also went now April and May के बाद in May for example there is maybe it is 60 rupees so these two data will come 65 rupees marketing cost in the May 60 rupees one more month will be added June July August September October November now that's called rolling forecast one more months are added that's what it is written out here only got my point na clear about it na so up till now whatever we have done now you will be revising this very nicely we will be covering these more elements tomorrow now ma'am I think so we'll take risk assurance which is internal audit type so you will be joining the session with the ma'am link everybody okay and after that got my point na we'll be covering this tomorrow thank you so much for your time join ma'am session ma'am link is given and anybody don't get the link now then you write in the group and write in the IM also so that nobody misses the ma'am session and everybody I need in the ma'am session it not happen that anybody is not there okay that needs to be done clear about it thank you so much for today okay thank you